Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. YouTube decided to put a strike on my account, so now I have to chop everything down to 15 minutes, and it sucks. So, don't worry, there's actually a second part to this video portion. It's just kind of split in two until I can figure out if there's a way for me to, remove this strike, or I'm stuck with this for 6 months. So, since we're kind of short on time, I'll just go ahead and just go right on into this. We just found out that, the storyteller is friends with Belduke, and now we're going on from there. Blah. He had always been interested in the unique natural features of this land. There was really nothing here, but to us, this area was an exciting place worth exploring. And one day, we made an astonishing discovery on the outskirts of the town. We stumbled upon the entrance to the underground caverns leading to the colossal ruins. Whoa! Look at that, Newton! This is so amazing! And this strange writing! I've never seen anything like it before! We found ancient writings in the ruins. Newton managed to decode some of them. According to our findings, a highly advanced culture had existed on the land where our little town was built. Ain't that usually the case with everything? Some great calamity had befallen the natives, and they migrated elsewhere. They believed that plants and water in that area were cursed by an entity they called the Great Witch Espella. The natives sealed the curse within the ruins and left in search of a new home. That is all that we managed to decipher. Bezella's curse. It was sealed in the ruins, you say? Would that be the Bell of Ruin? The Bell of Ruin. Oh, that's the bell from the bell tower. I wonder why it's got an ominous name like that. Regrettably, we couldn't get any further information from the writings at that time. Needless to say, Newton and I were very excited by the discovery. I knew it! This place is special! It has some kind of mysterious power. If we could find out what that is, our humble town will become famous. You know what? I'm going to do that. I will unravel the mystery of this place. I don't know who's talking, so... And so, Newton began studying the indigenous plants and substances dissolved in the groundwater. On the other hand, I study economics and management at a university in London. I dreamed of bringing prosperity to this poor, forgotten town. I wanted to change it for the better with my own hands. Meanwhile, Newton had succeeded at extracting a new anesthetic from the local plants. Was that the anesthetic which led to the foundation of Labrellum? Yes, it was a huge success for Labrellum Incorporated, and before we knew it, we were making a fortune. We wanted the whole world to hear about our hometown. Alas, fate was not kind to us, as we never realized that dream. Everyone in our town had died. All the townspeople perished. Huh? Just what on earth happened to them? That does not matter anymore. What do you mean it doesn't? We purchased the environs of our town, the mountains, the lake, the plains, everything. Then, 10 years ago, having received financial support from the government, we started Project Labyrinthia. What's his name is, that was the Prime Minister in Unrealm Future again? Is he still, in office? Is that why it's okay to do this or something? Because I could totally see that jerk doing this. Anyway, it was much smaller in the beginning. It started as no more than a village. Over the course of 10 years, it slowly grew into a town. The population increased as well. More people were signing the contract with Labrellum, slowly increasing the number of inhabitants, correct? Yes, they would sign the contract, be hypnotized and assigned a role, and then be introduced to the world of the story. That's just dark and cruel. I have spoken at length. Thank you for patiently listening to my tale. I'm sure the entire townspeople right now are just like, what? Espella is the name of a witch from an ancient legend that we read about in the ruins. It is a fictional character. She does not exist. But then, magic and witches? Magic is just an illusion, and there are no witches. Alright, so it was all fake. That doesn't make it much better. No, it really does not. Why did you write a story where people get killed with magic and witches are thrown into the fire? You could have made it a peaceful, pleasant world, where everyone would be happy. No, that was not possible. But why? This is a research facility. After all, we're researching ways to completely control human beings. Why? For military purposes? Test subjects need to be exposed to extreme situations, so we decided on a fantasy setting. We wouldn't have got funding from the government otherwise. Okay, this is really fucked up, just saying. In other words, we're running a business. But just what instructions do you give to the people you hypnotize? You don't give each of them a full set of memories of their whole fictional life, do you? No, it's much more simple than that. We only give them 2 pieces of information. The first one, that they were born in this town, and the second was their new occupation. Then, they fill in the gaps themselves without being aware of it. The human mind requires a consistent story of one's life. Which means, of course, that no Labyrinthian has memories from earlier than 10 years ago. No one has any memories from before they came to Labyrinthia. What are you saying? That's all one big lie! I am who I am! But can you remember your childhood? Oh, I can't. That's true! I can't remember even my parents! No way! I can't recall my own mother's face! As you can hear, no one can remember their real past. There are no exceptions. Huh? Wait a second. No exceptions? I smell a contradiction here. Ah, it seems Mr. Wright too has noticed it now. What are you talking about, Layton? Mr. Cantabella, you have just testified that not a single citizen of this town remembers anything from more than 10 years ago. Yes, as that is the truth. Now, that's a strange assertion, especially coming from you. What do you mean? There's one person in this town who remembers what happened more than 10 years ago. That cannot be. It is impossible. Well, besides yourself, they must be merely imagining things now. Mr. Wright, please enlighten us all. Who is this person that remembers their past? Espella Cantabella.
Take that!
Precisely, Mr. Wright. That person is none other than Espella Cantabella. What? That's impossible. It's true, Dad. I remember it clearly, as if it happened yesterday. The legendary fire. No, that's impossible. That's just your imagination, Espella. No, it's not. I couldn't remember it before, but it all came back to me. Because I am Espella. No, Espella, there are no witches. That fire, it was a bad dream. The Inquisition would like to call Espella Cantabella to testify. What? Regardless of whether Miss Cantabella is Espella or not. Her memories may contain valuable clues. Yes, that may be so. No, wait. I don't agree to this. This trial is over, Your Honor. What are you hiding? You seem to be forgetting something, Mr. Cantabella. Your story has ended. You are no longer in control. You are merely one of the characters. And this is also why we will not cease seeking the truth until we find it. Defense, what is your opinion on this? Espella keeps insisting that she's the witch Espella. As her attorney, I should refuse to let her speak to the court. But that's really what's really important now is finding the truth, just as Layton said. There's only one way to proceed with this trial. And that's by questioning Miss Cantabella about her memories. In that case, the court summons Espella Cantabella as a witness. Attendants, bring the accused to the witness stand. Alright, now we get to find out why the storyteller is so super protective. Because he knows that she's the witch? Okay. Now, witness, testify about your memories of the legendary fire.
Yes, my lord.
Witness testimony! The legendary fire.
I was just a little girl then. It happened during the annual fire festival. Everyone was gathered in the town square for the fire festival, and I was watching them from the bell tower. The great witch Espella awoke within me and brought calamity upon the town. An enormous fire dragon appeared. I was trembling with fear, terrified at what I had summoned.
Witness, what you have told us wasn't a bad dream or a fairy tale, but what you actually experienced.
Yes, it was. Like I have already said. I remember it very clearly. The heat from the fire, the smell of smoke.
Espella, what are you talking about? The defense may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Was there really a huge fire that destroyed the town? And what about Espella? Is she even real? Well, we're about to find out! The answers are in Espella's testimony. Okay, cross-examination time. We are going to press about the enormous fire dragon that appeared. Hold it! Can you tell me more about that fire dragon?
That monstrous image is still so vivid. It looked just like the one that attacked Dad this evening. I've done something terrible again.
Then you are sure that the fire dragon you saw more than 10 years ago and the one summoned this evening were exactly the same?
Yes, they were definitely the same.
Mr. Storyteller? I like how he holds his face. Is something wrong, Mr. Cantabella? It's impossible. There's no such thing as magic.
You never believed me, Dad, but I don't know why you have to be like this.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry about that. My phone just went off. Waste of time. I'm sorry. Normally no one calls me during this time.
There was a time when things were different.
Espella, what are you saying? Look at them. It's like a common argument between a teenager and a parent. Mr. Cantabella created this town. He knows better than anyone else that there's no magic here. Miss Cantabella.
Yes?
Would you mind giving us more details of what you saw?
Could I borrow a sheet of parchment and a pencil? I think it'd be better if I draw it.
Your request shall be granted. Bring parchment and a pencil for the witness immediately. I'm gonna have to stop soon. Poops.
This is it. This is the fire dragon that I saw that night. I only caught a glimpse of it, but it was real.